Struggling with prop firms? Let's go. Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you a very powerful system where you can pretty much ideally catch a 1 to 10 risk to reward and works with every single Forex pair out there. Even Bitcoin and gold, commodities, indices, whatever you want to call it. A very powerful system. Now, this is going to be the head and shoulder pattern. Now, first of all, if there are any beginners watching this, let's go quickly over what the head and shoulder pattern is. It's basically, you can say it is breakout. Still, now this is the beautiful thing about it. Still is the break and retest though, right? And I'll be going into that. A 1 to 10 risk to reward system, ideally. So let's just quickly go over this. So a head and shoulder pattern is anything that, obviously, left shoulder, the head. Ooh. This creates the head, and this is the right shoulder. So basically, if you look at this, this is the head, left shoulder, right shoulder, and this is the neckline, right? This area. Now, normally the way this pattern gets traded is break of the neckline, let price come back up to retest, and then all the way down, ideally up to this area, and wherever is in between, that is our risk to reward, ladies and gentlemen. So from here and then to here is a typical 1 to 5. Now, what I like to do is, rather than breaking down the neckline, I like to capture the completion of the right shoulder. So let's start with gold. So what I like to do is first, you can see a head and shoulder pattern here, right? So what I like to do is spot any currency pattern pairs, left shoulder completed, up to price now shooting to the upside, on the way down here, let price come back up. Now, how do you know is this even going to complete the right shoulder? The best way, what I've seen, now obviously this is not how I trade, by the way, new updates have been made to the course. This is the course, the break and retest, 700k funded, only for £99, obviously due to high demand. Now, this is for everyone that was cannot afford my one-to-one mentorship. New videos have been added as well, which obviously have clearly stated the break and retest 2.0. Course updates itself automatically. So even if you've already purchased, don't worry, you don't have to purchase again. Your account will be automatically updated. So it's all in there. This is the funder certificate section, student success, my certificates passing, and some students I rarely post their payouts as well. Everything's all in there. Link will be in the video description. It's all about transparency. Okay, so how would we have been able to catch this move? The clue is always, guys, going to be, and ladies who are watching, is in the left shoulder. You see this bullish candle where it turns bearish instantly. This was our resistance. Funny thing is, the completion of the right shoulder touches exactly that resistance and heads its way down. Now, how could we have taken an entry from here? Do we just want to wait for the top of the zone? No. Let's go on a small time frame, and we can look for either engulfing patterns, bearish engulfing, by the way. Here you can see a bearish engulfing, dark cloud cover, here dark cloud cover, some form of a rejection. Now, the funny thing about this particular pattern is, on the much small time frame, we get a left shoulder again. Let me just delete this. This is the one I'm looking for. Left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and back down. So the funny thing is, the crazy thing is, even on the bigger time frame, we are looking for the head and shoulder, but on the entry, you can also add the head and shoulder because indicates a bearish start or beginning of a bearish trend. If not, you can just look for a bearish engulfing, super strong bearish candle, long wick rejection, no wick at the bottom. You can see this candle here, super strong. Okay, so that is for gold, right? That is for gold. Now let's go down to Euro USD. Let's see what we got for Euro USD. Anything forming here. Okay. Alright, okay. Excuse me. Now, sometimes some head and shoulder patterns, they're going to have two heads. As you can see here, double top, whatever you want to call it. Now, here, you can see left shoulder. We've got the two heads, so I'll just mark it as one. Now, price on Friday closed up here. High chance it could go down. Now, does that mean it's 100% going to go down? No. So now we've got the left shoulder zone marked out here. Let me just clean this up. Here, price broke through, came up. You probably would have entered from here and lost the trade. Now that's gonna happen. That's normal, right? But what possible? Bearing in mind, keep an eye on Euro USD on tomorrow. Today is Sunday, but tomorrow Monday, keep an eye on what happens. Price might even come back up here to reject these areas and then fall, right? But you probably would have lost that trade. That's fine. But let me just go back to the gold trade, right? Because what I mentioned with the gold trade, what did I say? 1 to 10 risk rewards are normal, right? So 1 to 4 above the wick high. I wasn't lying. This is going to a 1 to 17. A powerful system. So what I'll do actually, let me just bring myself in the camera as well. I don't want to make it too big, so just focus on the charts, guys and girls. So let's go to GU. Have we got anything for GU? I mean, even if we look at patterns from the past, right? Anything that stands out? I mean, we got this. Look at this left shoulder. This is the head, and then the left shoulder. Now remember what I said, not always it will respect the left shoulder, right? So let's clean this up a bit. Don't know why, just lagging a little. Okay, better. So left shoulder, price comes up. The right the head, price comes up. Now you got to enter from here. You would have lost this trade as well. Now remember, if you're going for a 1 to 10 risk reward, you know the win rate will be slightly, obviously not maybe as, but I mean, if you're waiting for those perfect, if you've been patient enough, select a few currency pairs, don't trade every single one. It works on every single pair, head and shoulders, because it's a well-known pattern. It happens rarely. When it does happen, you can even check on Google, ask ChatGPT. The probabilities of winning are around 80% when you get it right, which is quite insane. So now we've got this left shoulder here. We've got the head. Price never really comes up here, right? And then it just falls. Now let's see on the 30 minute. Were there any zones on the 30 minute? Let me just add the 30 minute time frame in. Were there any zones in the 30 minute time frame that did respect? And yes, you can see this one over here. Look at this. Price comes up. Now remember, look at this left shoulder, the head. Price comes up, respected, boom, straight down. And obviously on GU, ideally you want to, even this is almost zero spread currency pair, pretty much it is, but you still get a nice risk reward, you know, pretty much a 1 to 6. Now I did say 1 to 10, but this is a 1 to 6. Why? Because we've gone to a different time frame, right? Ideally you could try on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see, remove these drawings. Let's see if we've got another head and shoulder pattern. Not the best quality one. I mean, this one only would have been great if you had price like this, breakthrough. Actually, you got the shoulder actually. With the GJ, you gotta have quite a little bit of a decent size stop loss, simply because of, you know, it's a spread difference. But obviously 1 to 11 here, so you get your 1 to 10 there. Let's go to USD CAD. Now this is also a spreads are pretty decent on this. Let's see what we got here. Now remember, identifying what it becomes second nature, right? Left shoulder rear. Just one moment. Left shoulder rear. Price comes up, breaks through, comes back up to retest. Look at this. We are waiting for bearish candles to form. So let's put this on playback. On a 30 minute time frame, bearish candles to form here, USD CAD. Now you don't want something, don't make it spread super tight, because trust me, when a bearish head and shoulder pattern forms, I mean, look at 7 pips, more than enough, right? Press play. I mean, even if it's a 1 to 7, who's complaining? Who is complaining? Okay, but there you go, 1 to 10 risk reward there as well. This will definitely require a lot of practice, but I'm just giving you a method, a system that, I mean, so far, how many head and shoulders have we gotten wrong so far? Maybe 1 or 2. How many have we gotten right? 1 or 2 as well. So, but look at the risk to reward. Look at the difference, right? It's insane. I mean, left shoulder, the head, right shoulder, pretty much respects. Look at that. left shoulder, breaks through, comes back down. I mean, this is definitely going to be a 1 to 10. Left shoulder, the head. Not every head is going to be bigger than the left shoulder, but you can still mark this out. Look at that. Left shoulder, price. Let me just draw it like this. Oh, didn't realize I'm not even in the camera. Left shoulder, the head. Boom. Let me see. Happens all day, every day, and it'll continue happening. So let's move this out of the way. Let's see another zero spread currency pair. So now let's see if we, I mean, so it's super simple though, right? It's just a strategy for you to check it out. You don't have to trade it, but I've seen 1 or 2 people find tremendous success with this, you know, and I just followed share out. Now obviously you can see here you get wick value. Some people are going to call this a liquidity sweep, you know, everyone getting stop hunted. It's just, you know, not that exactly what happens. I'm not, you know, but if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, I just like to keep trading super simple, and it is what it is, right? So let's look for, let's actually move myself out of the way so you can just focus on the charts. I'm going too far back. I want to look for something more recent that's happening, right? Or possibly could happen starting Monday. Market's fallen. Now some currency pairs, you're gonna have, the spreads are gonna be horrendous. Now this is one of the perfect examples I can find for you, the most cleanest ones, right? Left shoulder, look at that. When you find something like this is when price just works absolutely perfect, and it will run into profit straight away. You'll hit your, I mean, look at this, monsters, absolute monsters, right? Let me see anything else. I mean, ideally you want something where when you see identify the left shoulder and the head sticks out more than the left shoulder, then when price breaks through, let it break through, let it come back up, and you know, in this case here, so let's mark the left shoulder like this. Price breaks through, comes back up to retest, and now we're testing this area, and you can obviously see 10 pips, 9 pips, wherever it may be, but you can just see, right, these are 1 to 16 now. We got, I mean, I said 1 to 10s, but we're going way past that. We are hitting these numbers as if they are a joke, and the more you practice with this, you'll only pick up these patterns. Like, as humans, we are very intelligent creatures, so pattern recognition, once we get, you know, let's see with Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin has to do with about this. Okay, even with Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look how perfect this works, right? So let's mark out the left shoulder. Left shoulder is here. A left shoulder is here. So look at this. Remember the resistance? Still mark them out. You lose this trade. Now there's 2 ways you can go about this. One, either you know, take the 1 loss and you call it a day, or if you worked off this rejection, you know, you still eventually win the trade. And now obviously it's a no-brainer. It's way more than a 1 to 10. But obviously we'll keep it nice and simple. The best way to go about it would be, if you take the 1 loss, do not trade again on the same setup, or you know, just move on, let it do its thing. Now this is the more uglier, I would say, setups. If it doesn't look simple to you, for you to understand it, should I say, ignore it. Now I would like to mention there is another pattern as well, the inverted head and shoulder pattern as well. You know, these are like upside down head and shoulder patterns, but with these you should be more patient. Get mastered the head and shoulders. Okay, so this is now DAX 30, German 30, whatever you want to call it. You've got head and shoulder here, not a clean one. But yeah, I hope you find value from this. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Yeah, and take care. And if you still is any confusion, join the link will be in the video description. Join the community, message me 1-to-1, whatever it may be, and yeah, take care. I'm out.